Good morning, day traders, and welcome to Market Minute, a hedge fund traders technical analysis for Tuesday, April 19th, 2022. Let's get after it. So a little bit of a maybe sneaky environment for us to sort of deal with here today after yesterday's very, very low volume indecision. So we kind of a very choppy session there that sort of ended up being more doji than anything else. We need to be a little bit cautious to make sure that we're not really chasing this price action. So bearish, still have a bearish bias here right after this bear flag. So this isn't exactly an indication that bulls have reclaimed control. With a little bit of a neutral open. So we have a bear flag with a weak bullish candle and volume combo, and then a little bit of a gap up, right? That might turn into a gap down here. Call it a neutral open. If we can break down under that 435.40, then we certainly have that space towards that 434, 432, 431, and then that 430 zone. Similar narrative here in QQQ, albeit we don't quite have that bear flag, right? So still have more of a bearish bias though. And if we're going to look at candle arrows, whoops, wrong one. If you look at candle arrows, right, yesterday's price action more bearish than bullish, even though this is a green candle. So thin volume, weak looking candle bar, right, a little bit of a gap up. We're not going to get too attached to sort of this price action, right? So yesterday's bearish engulfing candle with increasing volume still very much in play. Looking for a breakdown sort of under this 334.20 area now. That has space towards that 333, 331, and then 330 zone. Apple, right? Really nice looking weak hammer candle. If we look at sort of the bullish candlesticks, right, this looks like our least bullish candle. So definitely has a lot of momentum here to the downside, or continuing to show us that relative strength to the downside. Now, we are gapping up here just a little bit, so not going to put too much stock into this yet, and has a little bit of work to do before it is ready to sell off. This might be an opportunity where we look to sort of continue with the trend, right? See if we can make higher highs, see where that strength steps in, and then look to fade this back down towards sort of yesterday's lows. But if we can get breakdowns under that 163 area, we've got space towards that 162, 161, and then 160 target. Tesla, maybe my favorite looking setup here to the upside. With really nice sort of long-term consolidation after yesterday's failed breakdowns. We're going to have like 5 days here now, 5 trading sessions on really low volume consolidation, where we've had a couple attempts to sort of break this 970 and have been unable to do so. So then giving me a relatively nice looking candle within this sort of consolidation pattern, right after that failed breakdown on the inside bar, then a little bit of a gap up creates just a nice bit of momentum. If we can break up over this 1027, we have a lot of room towards that first level here at 1040, and then that 1050 area can come very, very quickly. Microsoft, right, looking a lot like Apple with that really weak bullish candle and then really disappointing volume profile. So not exactly a sign of relative strength here from bulls, and would like to see bears reclaim control here with some conviction this AM. If we're able to break down under that 278 target, we move $2 at a time towards that 276, and then under 276 we've got room towards that 275, but need to be a little bit cautious as price action gets very wicky under that area and could move very wildly in either direction. So we'd like to have that sort of insurance on that initial breakdown, and then hopefully get lucky with some big follow through towards that 270 zone. AMD, right, kind of giving us a weak bull candle, but increasing volume and then sort of a neutral open. So this might be a spot where we start to look for reversals, right, to the upside, and certainly looks like we have an opportunity to kind of run this thing up and push it back up towards that $100 mark. Now, not the strongest of daily candles there yesterday, so still want to be a little bit cautious and a little bit patient until this thing looks perfect, but definitely more bullish than bearish here after yesterday's good show from bulls. Just want to see a little bit more information for them to really confirm that relative strength. So another day we can get that increasing outlier volume, and then a candle that sort of looks like this most bullish creates a really clean opportunity for us to get that continuation towards that $100 barrier. This will be a play we look for at Bollinger Bands, right? Realistically, we have the sort of consolidation we need to get up and over. So I'm not going to get a move over that 98.80 here today for a breakout, but if we can get Bollinger Bands to sort of give us a clean look, this could be in play here this morning. And then last but not least, right, we've got NVDA. Gave us a very similar narrative here to that Tesla, where it gave us that fake out breakdown there yesterday, and then sort of more of a neutral bullish candle, right, where it's not quite this least bullish, right? It's kind of mixed between that normal body and sort of least bullish. So we're going to call it sort of a neutral bullish candle, and certainly looks like it's got a little bit of a gap up here this AM. Now, unlike AMD, right, not giving us that increasing volume, but a relatively strong volume bar within sort of relative context. So we do have some momentum here. Again, same thing, probably more interested in Bollinger Band breakout plays or Bollinger Band plays here in general. But if we can get a move over that, 225 area, certainly could have some space towards that 227, 230, 230 area, and then 231.50. But Bollinger Band should give us that setup first. So that's how I plan on dominating today's action. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. And that's how we're going to dominate today's price action. So if you guys want to trade with me, you can join at daytradinglivestream.com. Otherwise, talk to you all tomorrow for the next Market Minute.